If you don't like and subscribe to this channel in the next 3.4 seconds, James Charles is going to kiss you while you're sleeping.
Hi, sisters!
What is up, guys? It's your boy AP here, and I'm back with another YouTube video, and today it's going to be a little different. I'm going to be doing some explaining, not about anything like real. I'm just going to be like coming up with ideas for what 2K should do in 2K21 or 2K22, considering the fact that they're already making 2K21. But these ideas should definitely be thrown into the game. I'm sure a few of you will maybe agree with me, maybe not. Y'all probably won't like my ideas, but it's just my opinion, so don't get butthurt over it. Anyways, let's get right into it. Alright, so first things first, 2K has to go back to having more than just one park. And I feel like pretty much all of, at least like 90% of the 2K community is gonna be pretty upset if like they do the same park that they've done the last 2 years, or do something like 2K18 where it's like, yeah, it's 3 different parks, but it's like one right next to the other and it's only 2 courts on each one. Like that was bad. No, it wasn't even like a good looking park. Like at least this year and last year we had like a decent looking park. But 3 different parks. I'm not saying it has to be Sunset Beach, Old Town, and Rivet City, but something more like, I've actually like even thrown in pictures and looked up stuff for this, but like do like an old school like in the hood like type of like rundown park on like a low side of town where it's just like kind of like the concrete's cracked up and stuff like that, but it's like it's just like the rims and the goal are like rusty, like look like make it look like kind of like 2K14, like that style of court, and have a park like that, and like it has like some old rundown buildings around it, stuff like that, some like park benches that you can actually sit on, because like there's park benches at the park but you can't sit on them. And then they need to do something like sort of like Old Town back in 2K15. Like Old Town in 2K17 was cool. It was like a carnival type of look. But like Old Town in 2K15 was like a downtown, like with a bridge going over it and stuff like that. It looked real cool. They should do something like that and just like call it downtown. And I think like for the last one, like 3 parks or whatever, they should do something like next to like a power plant or like a factory or something like that, and maybe even call it power plant or something like that, and just like it's like a bunch of like courts that have like spray paint on them and stuff like that, like street art around and stuff like that, and then like it's like fenced in with like a wired fence or something, and it literally has like not like a nuclear power plant, but like just like an old like rundown factory next to it that has like smoke still coming up, and like it's still in use and stuff like that, has like train tracks that run over it, something like that. Something like that would be cool. I feel like instead of just giving you like the shot meter above the head or like by your hands or whatever, and with like different like under your feet things, like the splash, the splat, the flash, whatever like that, I think they should do something more like give you those, but also give you like the 2K16-15 shot meter. Like that was a good shot meter. A lot of people like that, a lot of people don't like that. Give you the original 2K17 shot meter. Like the one this year was okay, but like it gets a lot of bounce backs, so that's why I don't use it. But give people the choice of those, and also no shot meter, just because there's those people that like to have no shot meter. And please, 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 2K, like it made the game fun. Like a lot of people like the game realistic, a lot of people don't. Like bring back dribbling, like cheesy like spam dribble moves. You could guard, if you could guard it, like make sure like there's good defense in the game, like to where you can clamp up those dribble moves, but also make it to where if you know how to use the dribble moves, you can get yourself open from anything and glitch around and stuff like that. Like spam, like what was it, momentum spam, back when you could just like spam it and the ball was glitching to each hand like that. Like things like that made the game fun. Dribbling made the game fun. Not having really overpowered centers in the game made the game fun. Like you could run back in 2K16, 2K17, you could run 2 guards, streak up. You could go on a 100-game win streak running 2 guards. You didn't have to worry about centers because you could dribble, you could do anything and get around those centers, and it was fun. Another thing, for the prelude, they always do not the same thing, but don't do something so basic. They should do something like really interesting. Like I say, you should create your character or whatever, like your archetype, and I feel like you should be able to like make your archetype not with a pie chart. I'm not a not fan of the pie chart, but I don't dislike it. I don't like it. It's not like I like the archetype, just like your primary thing and your secondary thing. Like I like that. And with your prelude, I feel like you should be able to pick your character, create how he looks and stuff, and then it takes you back to like your teenage years, like 15, 16 years old, and it gives you a teenager that looks similar to how you created your player or whatever. And you should start off at like a park and you're over there just shooting around. It shows you shooting around like as a cutscene or something, and then like a bunch of kids walk up and they're like talking smack to you, bullying and stuff like that, and they're just saying crap to you, and then one of them calls you out and is like, let's 1v1, because you know you're going back and forth, and then he's like, alright, let's 1v1. So you 1v1 supposedly the best guy there, and like to 8, 10, whatever, and you're just at like some old park as a little kid, and you run him, you beat him, and that gives you the confidence. You're like, yeah, like I really want to like play basketball. Your character realizes that, and then he goes back to his high school, shows a cutscene going to his high school, and he goes to tryouts, and you get to try out for your high school basketball team, which would be sick. And then after you try out, you make the team, you play maybe 1-2 high school games, and it shows you getting scholarships. You get scholarships from a few different colleges, and you can pick your college that you want to go to. And after you pick your college, you play a few college games like in your career or whatever, and it skips through most of them, so you're not going to play like a bunch of college games through all 4 years of college. And then NBA teams start looking at you, and you get to the point where you're starting to go up in the draft, try out to get higher in the draft, and then you go to the combine, and you do all those things just to get into the NBA. And I feel like that'd be a more interesting way of like people actually like playing the prelude, because like if you start off as a kid, like that's something 2K's never done. Like 2K17, you were in high school, but you were already like grown, graduated, you never played any high school games. If you start off as like a 16-year-old playing at some park against some bullies or some people talking crap, I feel like it would just be more interesting and people would really be into it, and just be a cool way to like do something different and not the same that y'all been doing with 2K over and over and over again. And that'd be just something that they should look into. Now, for the rep system in the park. The rep system's decent. It's okay. The rep rewards are pretty good. I think they should do something like what they did in 2K16 with the white tiger. And you can have your tiger or whatever. But I feel like they should do that and give you like more options of different animals. Tiger, have like a lion standing next to you. Have like, even like if you wanted to have like a pony or something. Then a dog, anything like that, just follows you around. And the skateboard, I feel like you should have to be like kind of a higher overall or rep to get that. Like not just simple like what it is, you just get to what, like 85 overall and you're able to buy it. You should be higher up there, and I feel like you should like just definitely I like the rep system the way it is, or like go back to 2K17's. Honestly, I can't really tell you which one you rep up faster in, because there's more reps in 2K20 than there is 17 or was 17. But do something that's more challenging, that takes a while to get. Like, even there's people that play 2K constantly, like every day, hours and hours a day, and are going from rookie to legend within a month. Make it to where, like, if you're really grinding, like, make it normal for, like, how it is, and then when you're on those last few reps, make it so hard to get that it's, like, it's really a grind, but also make the rep rewards so good to the point where, like the jetpack was a good one. The helicopter is a good one, to where you come in as a legend on a helicopter. That's sick. But make the rep rewards worth working for and worth grinding for. Like, mascots are worth it, but at the same time I feel like they're a little high up on there. Like, Superstar 3 in 2K17 was perfect for it. Like, that's good. It's not too hard to get, but it's not, like, too easy. You know what I mean? It's up there. And I don't know, I feel like that's about it. Like, if y'all wanna see any other things that y'all wanna see in the game, let me know down in the comments. Alright guys, that should be it. And if you wanna see any other things in 2K21, 2K22, just let me know down in the comments, and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and it's been Aiden.
Peace.